stock up. It's more like Verizon, though, like steady dividend, not the upside of Apple. But in all seriousness, they've done an amazing job of surrounding him. Tyreek Hill, Mike Gesicki coming back, Raheem Mostert, who's really explosive out of the backfield, offensive-minded head coach. If it's ever going to be up for Tua, it's this year with the amazing weapons he has around him.
No, and I think that's fair. I think most people view this as the year he's going to get it done, or they're going to move on. Yesterday, Dan Orlovsky was here on Get Up, and he had this to say about Tua and the Dolphins' chances in the AFC East. Listen.
The Miami Dolphins are closer to the Buffalo Bills than most people want to admit, and mainly those people in New England. They've got the same record as the Baltimore Ravens over the past 2 years, 19 wins, 14 losses, and that's with the worst offensive line in football. They added the best left tackle in football. They added a receiver with 200 catches, 2,500 yards, and 24 touchdowns. This is a very good football team based on their defense.
All right, so that was Tuesday, Dan, with why are you shaking your head like that?
Because even though it's not Monday, I still disagree with the best left tackle in football.
Yeah.
Did you watch Trent Williams last year?
Yeah, that's a little strong.
But they added we understand that maybe even with a touch of hyperbole, they certainly upgraded what was a terrible offensive line and the weakness of their team. RC, what do you think of Tuesday, Dan? Are the Dolphins a team people are overlooking?
Hey, first off, I'm not going to let y'all get on my guy and my buddy from our great Monday shows on Get Up. Dan was meaning and mentioning that they added the best left tackle in free agency, guys. Come on. Y'all knew exactly what my man meant, and now y'all are trying to pick him apart. Now, to what he said, I actually agree with Dan Orlovsky. I agree that the Miami Dolphins are the second best team in the AFC East. I agree that the Miami Dolphins are a team that can challenge the Buffalo Bills. Are they the Buffalo Bills? Hell no. Are the Buffalo Bills my favorite to win the AFC? Yes, they are. But the Miami Dolphins have improved so much throughout this offseason onto a team that was already finishing strong last year with a great defense. I expect the Miami Dolphins to challenge to be in the playoffs this year, and I wouldn't be confused or I wouldn't be surprised if this team was able to advance through a round or two with this team gelling late in the season when you have a guy like Mikey McDaniels making the calls who's learned under Kyle Shanahan in San Francisco.
What are we hearing early, Jeremy? We're hearing that Miami is stealing Tampa Bay's blueprint before they landed Tom Brady. They're building a good roster and saying, if we build it, you will come. We have a guy in a rookie contract in Tua, just like the Bucs had with Jameis Winston. They hope he gets it done, but if he doesn't, hey, maybe we can lure Tom Brady. Maybe we can lure Sean Payton. Maybe we can lure another top quarterback. Maybe Lamar Jackson will be a free agent. Whatever it is, they're setting up for big success in the future. Might not come this year, but definitely in the next 3 years.
Just fired Tua?
I'm sorry, say it again, Ryan.
No, not yet. I'm saying they have the flexibility in the future if it doesn't work out this year. They're building a winner regardless. Like, it's a good roster.
I hear what you're saying. We joked many times. I think it was you who joked. The next disgruntled quarterback will be Miami will be an attractive option if the Tua thing doesn't work. And look, with the runaway success of Tyreek Hill's new podcast, we've been hearing a lot about every throw that Tua makes in training camp. RC, a lot of their success will rise and fall on the quarterback. Are you a buyer right now on Tua? Yes or no? Is he going to get it done?
I am a buyer. I think what we often miss about quarterbacks is their surroundings, right? Is the type of people that they're around. When you surround someone with the skilled players that the Miami Dolphins now have, you get him an offensive-minded head coach. You go out and you get him protection, and you're also not going to ask Tua Tagovailoa to be the best quarterback in the NFL or to be the guy that leads you. He's going to have to make winning plays. And if you can get some of that Jimmy Garoppolo magic, which if we remember, 2 NFC championships, a Super Bowl under the same type of offense that Tua Tagovailoa will now be in with more explosive players. If you were taking Tyreek Hill and you said, oh my gosh, if we wanted to get another Tyreek Hill, who would he be? You'd say he'd be Jalen Waddle. And after the second half of the season last year, you know he's a baller. Both of those guys on the same team, run first, play action, good offensive line now. I expect the Miami Dolphins to be good, but I expect Tua Tagovailoa to take the leap we usually see from year 1 to 2 in year 3.
It's sitting there on a platform. I mean, this is going to be the year to get it done. We will see if they are able to. If they are, then Dan may wind up looking pretty good. Meanwhile, as we continue, will there be
on the opposing quarterback, whether it's Derek Carr, whether it's Justin Herbert, or whether it's Patrick Mahomes, it's going to have to be a team effort, run game, coaching well, playing great defense. I think that this team will be fighting for second or third in the division. I have the Chargers winning it. The Kansas City Chiefs, to me, is the next best team. But if the Denver Broncos can gel and Russell Wilson can give them an MVP caliber season, then I believe they have a chance to be a playoff team.
I would add to the mix that their defense, which was so good last year, was obviously they had a defensive-minded head coach, and that changes this year to the unproven new head coach who they bring in who has the offensive background. Not suggesting the defense won't be excellent. They have good players on that side of the ball, but maybe that's at least part of the statistical greatness of that defense last year. What do you see in Denver?
I see a fourth-place team. We're burying the lead. Nathaniel Hackett is a rookie, and as Hembo reminded me, Greeny, 20% of the time a rookie head coach makes the playoffs. 10 seconds ago, I put Josh McDaniels into Canton.
Right.
You have Andy Reid, right? Brandon Staley has learned a lot from his experience. So while Nathaniel Hackett may wind up being a good head coach, it's a massive grade of incomplete, and you're going against great coaching. So with everybody else having the same amount of fireworks, the tiebreaker to me is the head coach. It's a very underrated aspect of this analysis, and that's why they're the fourth best team.
Yeah, and here's what I'm watching with the head coach and the quarterback, Russell Wilson, because I know a lot of coaches around the league are watching this. Russell Wilson, for as great as he is, he doesn't get rid of the ball fast. I got a stat from Hembo here. Snap to pass. Russell Wilson ranked 30th in the league at getting rid of the ball. Aaron Rodgers, where Nathaniel Hackett was in Green Bay, ranked 10th. So Rodgers won MVPs when he came around on that Matt LaFleur, Nathaniel Hackett offense of getting rid of the ball quickly. So Russell's going to have to adjust, transition his game. That's the knock on him. Does he sit in the pocket, take too many sacks?
All right, so look, there's nothing worse you can possibly do 50 days before the season starts than make picks on who's going to finish last in a division. But that's what we're here for, folks. So we're not going to tell you who's going to win the AFC West. We're going to tell you who's going to finish last because it's probably the best. Look, the team that finishes last in the AFC West might win the NFC North if you picked them up and transplanted them there. But those aren't on the list of options. So Tannenbaum, of all the teams in that loaded division, who's the likeliest, in your opinion, to finish last?
The Denver Broncos, because of the inexperience of the head coach. Love Russell Wilson, but they are the fourth best team this year.
Fowler, how about you?
I'm going to go with the Raiders. Josh McDaniels might make his way to Canton right now. He's living in Henderson, Nevada. Okay, so I don't trust their defense completely just yet, and they're still probably going to win 9 or 10 games. I just don't see them getting over Denver, which has been poised to break out for a while now. Now they have the quarterback to do it.
All right, see, I needed you during my radio conversation. We'll get you back on that a little bit later in the show. But who's finishing last? Please tell me you don't think it's Vegas, because if so, I'm not circling back to that topic.
Guys, guess what's crazy? Mike Tannenbaum actually convinced me in this very short period of time that it's going to be the Denver Broncos. I didn't think about the head coach thing. That's why Mike T was the GM. But when you look at the Denver Broncos, we don't know what this team will be. I feel we are more confident than the other three. Denver Broncos are most likely to finish in fourth.
Yeah, I agree. There's three of us are going to go that way. I'll go with Denver as well. And it's painful to say it because I think Russell Wilson comes with a lot of expectation and a lot of hope. I think he wants it so badly, and I hope that for his sake, eventually he gets it, but I think it's